Hey Capricorns, welcome to your first voiceover with Admirable Teachings. I'm Terry. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been following threads for a little minute, welcome back. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it real quick because I honestly got to go to work. But all right, Capricorns. And also, for the first time, I'm getting Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if that's you, this message is definitely for you because I've never been I never channeled to say all four before, so if you're here for Sun, Moon, and Rising or Venus, welcome. And welcome to Admirable Teachings. I'm excited to see what Spirit has for you today. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I'm using my Golden Keys deck today. So let's see what messages our Golden Keys have for us today. Okay, so the cards are flying out, Capricorn. So it's feeling like y'all not wasting no time today. Definitely in a rush. Before I started this reading, I started hearing sirens. So we definitely busy. And the very first card that came out is transformation. Okay. Capricorn, before we talk about anything difficult, I do want to start with the blessings. Because I think sometimes we get so focused on what's going wrong that we miss what God is already doing right now. Spirit says you're transforming. Some of y'all have been asking, when is the hard season going to be over? Spirit says the scourge is almost over. Now, transformation doesn't mean life suddenly becomes easy, Capricorn. Transformation means you're becoming someone capable of handling the life you've been praying for. And those are two very different things. Then I look behind transformation and mask off card came out, Capricorn. Some of y'all have been hiding. You've been suppressing a real you, trying to impress people, trying to fit into spaces you've already outgrown, trying to make everybody else comfortable while making yourself uncomfortable. Spirit says, take the mask off, Capricorn. The people who are meant for you will never require you to become less of yourself. Then forgiveness came out, and immediately I feel like this wasn't about forgiving everybody else. This was about forgiving yourself. Capricorn, some of y'all have been kicking yourselves over one decision, one mistake, one season of your life. And you've been doing it for so long. I'm talking about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, even 8 years for a select few. Spirit keeps repeating, let it go, let it go. Let it go, Capricorn. You've already learned what you needed to learn. The version of you that made those decisions isn't even the version of you sitting here today. So why are you still fishing today's version of yourself? So why are you still punishing today's version of yourself, Capricorn, for yesterday's choices? Then Shine Bright came out. Capricorn, stop dimming your light because you're afraid somebody might judge you. Some of y'all have been playing character roles that don't even fit anymore. And the crazy thing is, you've known it. You've been knowing it for a good little minute too. You've been feeling uncomfortable. You've been feeling like this isn't me anymore, but you've stayed anyway. Spirit says, enough is enough. And the reason I know that is one of the strongest messages is because I normally would have reached for my other deck, but something kept pulling me back. It's almost like Spirit said, no, stay here. They needed this first. That's how serious this message is, Capricorn. And then I noticed something. No additional cards flew out. And for me, that usually represents stubbornness, Capricorn. Y'all know the stuff I'm talking about. Y'all been hearing it. Y'all been feeling it. Your intuition has been nudging you. And you've still been brushing it off, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Spirit says, snap out of it. Move. Because the longer you stay where you've already outgrown, the more uncomfortable you're going to become. And honestly, I think you've already felt that. I know you do. Next card that came out was Alchemist of Pain. And Capricorn, that card changed the entire reading. This is where the energy shifted. Because remember, transformation was already on the table. So when Alchemist of Pain landed right on top of it, Spirit immediately showed me this isn't just an external transformation. This is an internal one. A lot of y'all have been carrying something that happened to you. And it's like you haven't been able to move past it. For some, it's disappointment. For others, it's betrayal. And for a select few, it's simply life not going the way you thought it would. Spirit showed me something even deeper. Some of y'all honestly feel like you deserve the pain you've been carrying. In Capricorn, that broke my heart. Because you've been punishing yourself over and over and over again. It's almost like you've made pain your best friend. That's how strong this energy is. Now, for another select few, if this message is about losing someone, first, my condolences, truly. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I want to say something because I feel like somebody needs to hear this. Don't let anybody rush your grieving process. Grief looks different for everybody. People cry every day. I did. Some people don't cry at all. That's what I tried to do. Some people need silence. Some people need to talk. There isn't a right way, Capricorn. There isn't a timeline either. There isn't a finish line for grief. Take your time. But don't run from it either. Because Spirit keeps showing me something. If you keep running from grief, you keep running in circles. Eventually, you have to sit with it. You have to allow yourself to feel it. That's the only way healing begins. And y'all, this part of the reading hit me personally. Because while I was pulling these cards, I realized one of my own life lessons had become a teaching. And I just thought that was so beautiful. It's like everything came full circle. So if you're grieving, hear me when I say this. You can miss someone and still allow yourself to be happy. Those two can't exist at the same time. I'm living proof. You don't have to stop loving them in order to keep living. And if I can encourage you with one thing, I truly believe the people we've lost would want us to enjoy the life. They want us to laugh again. They want us to dream again. They want us to keep going. Not because they weren't important now, Capricorn, but because they loved us enough to want that for us. Now, for another select few, Spirit took me in a complete different direction. Some of y'all are suddenly feeling lost, like you don't know what path to take anymore, or which direction to go. And if that's you, I want you to know you're not alone, because that energy came through really strong. But then something interesting happened. Spirit started showing me creativity. For some of y'all, you've been thinking about singing, rapping, painting, writing, creating. It's something creative that you've either stopped doing or you've been craving to start doing. And Spirit says, that's not random, Capricorn. That's a part of your healing. Your creativity isn't just a hobby. It's medicine. When you pour your pain into your creativity, something beautiful happens. You don't just heal yourself. You give your healing back to the world. And I absolutely love that message. Now, the next card that came out was Thief of Peace. In reverse, Capricorn. As long as you keep wearing that mask, pretending everything is okay, hiding who you really are, peace is going to feel delayed. Notice, I didn't say denied, I said delayed. There's a difference. Your peace is still coming. It's just waiting on your honesty. It's waiting for you to start pretending. It's waiting for you to sit with the things you've been avoiding. Then Oracle card came out. And I almost laughed because Spirit said, I'm not telling them anything they don't already know. Capricorn, your intuition has been talking to you strongly. Whatever you believe in, God, Spirit, your higher self, your ancestors, they've been speaking. You've been getting nudges. You've been getting signs. You've been feeling it in your spirit. This is a new information. This is confirmation, though. And if you've been asking, Spirit, I just need one more sign, this is it, Capricorn. I'm here to confirm that for you. Now, this next part completely caught me off guard, Capricorn. Because all of a sudden, Spirit started talking about mental loops, indecisiveness, relationships. And I wasn't expecting it. The first card that came out was Scholar in reverse. Now, for a select few, some of y'all are not studying. Some of y'all know there's something you need to be learning, something you need to be applying, but you're resisting it. For another select few, school might feel hard right now. Life might feel hard right now. This season just feels heavy. Like no matter what you do, the lesson just isn't clicking. But Capricorn, I don't actually think the lesson is hard. I think you're resisting the lesson. And those are two very different things. Spirit keeps saying, stop resisting this season. Sit with it. Because this chapter is trying to teach you something. And then something else came through. And I felt it immediately, Capricorn. Indecisiveness. I knew indecisiveness was in this reading before I even pulled the card. Matter of fact, I'm over here doing this reading completely out of order. And I remember thinking, why am I doing this out of order? Then the indecisiveness card came out. I just laughed. Spirit was already showing me the energy. Some of y'all are 1 minute over here, the next minute over there. One decision today, another decision tomorrow, Capricorn. And this has to do with career, relationships, just life in general, everything. It's like your mind won't settle. Then the Nine of Swords came out. Immediately, I said mental loops. Capricorn, some of y'all have been thinking about the same thing over and over and over again. The same conversation, the same mistakes, the same relationship, the same dream that didn't work out, the same disappointment, the same what if. But here's the beautiful thing, Capricorn. The Nine of Swords came out completing. That gave me so much hope. Because Spirit showed me those mental loops are coming to an end. I really believe a lot of y'all needed to hear that. Because right now, it probably doesn't feel like that. But if you've been following the advice from the beginning of this reading, yes, they do end. Then contemplation came out, Capricorn, in reverse. You cannot keep contemplating forever. At some point, you have to move on. If you want peace, take the mask off. If you want healing, stop delaying it. If you want happiness, stop replaying yesterday. You can't keep contemplating, Capricorn. The same person, the same conversation, the same hurt, over and over and over again. Spirit says, enough, move. Now, something else beautiful came through. For those of you that are specifically grieving, I felt your ancestors, Capricorn, or maybe the person you lost. And the message they kept giving me was, we want them to live. Capricorn, they know you miss them. They know you love them, but they don't want you to stay stuck forever. They don't want your entire life to become grief. They want you to laugh again, travel again, dream again, just live again. Because your life didn't end, even though theirs did. Now that message hit me. Then Venus came out. Right on top of the Oracle card. In forgiveness. Immediately, I felt relationships. Now, this won't resonate for everybody. But for a select few, Spirit keeps showing me somebody that needs to forgive somebody. And here's what's interesting. Your intuition is trying to tell you something about this relationship too. Maybe a conflict happened. Maybe something looked one way, but your intuition keeps saying there is more to this story. Capricorn, listen to that. Not every situation is as simple as it first appears. Your intuition has been trying to slow you down, trying to get you to see something deeper. Don't ignore that. Okay, and then Temptation card came out. And this had me thinking, and I had to pause a little bit, Capricorn. The energy got really strong. Some of y'all have an opportunity coming in, but it also feels like a temptation. For another select few, this feels like somebody from your past, somebody trying to pull you back into a relationship. And honestly, I don't normally go deep into relationship readings. Y'all know that. But Spirit would not leave this alone. This feels toxic, not for everybody, but for a select few. Somebody tempted somebody. Somebody crossed the boundary. Somebody caused hurt. And Capricorn, you've been replaying it ever since, over and over and over again. Spirit says you can't keep living in that moment forever. Then I heard something really clear. Potential and progress are not the same. Just because somebody has potential to become who you need doesn't mean they've made progress towards becoming the person or that person. And those are two very different things. Don't stay because potential. Pay attention to progress. Now, right when I thought this reading was over, Spirit said, nope, wore my message. And the card that came out was Green Man. Immediately I smiled because Green Men represent abundance, growth, manifestation, life. Capricorn, some of y'all have been worried about money, wondering where your next opportunity is coming from, wondering if things ever going to get better. Spirit said the abundance is already here. It's already trying to make its way to you. Remember, everything you talked about from the beginning of this reading, transformation, taking the mask off, forgiving yourself, healing, listen to your intuition. If you've been following those instructions, Capricorn, this is your confirmation. You're not waiting for your blessings. Your blessings are waiting for you. Spirit's already ready for you to receive everything you've been praying for. But first, you have to embody the lesson. That word came through over and over again as well. Embodiment. Don't just understand the lesson. Live it. Become it. Because knowledge changes your mind, but embodiment changes your life. Now, something else came through really strong. Heavy. There is a female energy here. Whether you're male or female, take this however it resonates. I can't piece every detail together for you, Capricorn, because it honestly feels like multiple stories. But one female energy kept standing out above all others, and Spirit would not let me move past it. For a select few, grief came back around. And I want to say this because I think somebody needs to hear it. Healing does not mean forgetting. You can miss someone and still smile, Capricorn. You can carry grief and still build a beautiful life. I'm proof of that. So please, don't ever let somebody make you feel guilty because you're choosing to live again. The people who truly loved you will want that for you. Back to this female energy. I didn't forget. The Honey card came out. And when I tell y'all this card landed right on top of temptation, immediately I felt somebody is trying to control somebody. Or at least think they are. Capricorn, I don't know who this is for, but you've been giving somebody way too much power over your emotions. And Spirit sees it. And honestly, they're tired of it. They're ready for you to speak up. They're ready for you to set boundaries. They're ready for you to stop shrinking yourself just to keep somebody else comfortable. Enough is enough. Then I grabbed the tarot. And the first card that flew out, Queen of Swords. In reverse. Immediately I said, yeah, this isn't internal conflict anymore. This is connected to another person. And then something interesting happened. The Five of Pentacles came out. Capricorn, some of y'all are grieving more than relationships. You're grieving a dream. A version of life you thought you were going to have. A future you planned. And when it didn't happen, it felt like you lost a part of yourself. Spirit says that dream isn't necessarily gone. It may simply be taking another route to reach you. Don't confuse the two. Delayed with denied. Then the Page of Swords came out, and I love this because while Page of Swords talks about thoughts, it also talks about new ideas. Some of y'all have a creative idea coming in, actually. Some of y'all have a new opportunity coming in, and some of y'all even have a new love coming in. But here's the thing, Capricorn. It only comes after forgiveness, and your intuition already knows that. Then the High Priest came out, in reverse though, Capricorn. Spirit has been talking to you for a long time, and you've been ignoring it for a long time. If you've been asking for confirmation, I'm here to tell you this is it. So you can stop looking outside of yourself for answers that your spirit already been giving you. Trust yourself. Now, one thing I do want to mention, because this came out really strong as well for a select few. I'm getting Pisces energy, very strong. For another select few, an earth sign, maybe an air sign. Take that however it resonates, but don't force it if it doesn't. Remember, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Now, before I close the reading, I asked Spirit, can we leave Capricorn with one positive message? And Spirit said, absolutely. The final card was patterns. And honestly, I think that's one of the most hopeful cards in the entire reading, Capricorn. Because if you can recognize your patterns, you can change them. And if you can change them, you can change your future. That is the message. Not perfection, awareness. Be honest with yourself. Sit with yourself. Look at the patterns that keep repeating in your life. The relationships, money, career, the way you talk to yourself too. The way you respond when you're hurt. The way you avoid difficult conversations. Whatever it is, don't judge yourself for it. Just simply notice it. Because awareness is the first step towards transformation, Capricorn. And transformation was the very first card we pulled. Do you see what Spirit just did? The reading ended exactly where it began. Transformation. Not because life magically changes overnight, but because you do, Capricorn. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today. I truly hope something in this reading gave you clarity, hope, or simply reminded you that you are not walking this journey alone. Let's get to the roots so we can prosper. And Admirables, remember, every day you choose healing over hiding, honesty over comfort, accountability over excuses, and growth over fear. You become more admirable. Not in my eyes, in your own. Now, go live an admirable life. Love you, Capricorns. Until next time. Bye.